The Vatican is a place of deep tradition, and when a pope passes away, it moves quickly to follow centuries-old practices. The recent death of Pope Francis has set these customs in motion, ensuring everything runs smoothly despite the sadness and urgency. The Vatican has seen challenging times before, so it relies on detailed plans to avoid confusion or worse. These plans cover everything from confirming the people's death to preparing for a new leader, with every step carefully timed. The first task is to make sure the Pope has truly passed away. In the past, Vatican officials would perform this check in the room where the Pope died. Now it happens in his private chapel. The person in charge during this time is Cardinal Singo, who oversees the Vatican's property and finances until a new Pope is chosen. The person in charge during this time is Cardinal Singo, who oversees the Vatican's property and finances until a new Pope is chosen. He leads a process called the Silver Hammer Protocol. Long ago, this involved gently tapping the Pope's forehead with a small silver hammer while calling his birth name 3 times. The idea was simple. If someone does not respond to a hammer tap, they're likely gone. This method was used as recently as 1903 for Pope Leo VIII and possibly as late as 1963 for Pope John XXIII. For Pope Francis, however, the hammer was not used. Instead, Cardinal Kevin Farrell, the Camerlengo, called out, "George, are you there?" 3 times. When no answer came, Cardinal Farrell announced, "I confirm His Holiness, Pope Francis has passed." To be certain, modern tools like an electrocardiogram, as used for Pope John Paul II in 2005, may also be employed. Once this death is confirmed, the Vatican prepares the Pope's body for public viewing. In the past, popes like John Paul II and Benedict XVI were placed on a raised platform called a catafalco. However, Pope Francis, known for his simplicity, made changes in November 2024, opting for an open wooden coffin instead. Camerlengo and his team also secured the Apostolic Palace to protect the Pope's belongings. This tradition comes from a time when theft was a bigger concern. Some items like the fisherman's ring are destroyed to maintain the Pope's authority. This ring, unique to each Pope, was once used to seal official papers. In earlier times, the same silver hammer that tapped the Pope's head would smash the ring. When Pope Benedict XVI stepped down in 2013, his ring was cut into a cross shape instead. Cardinal Farrell destroyed Pope Francis's ring in front of other cardinals to ensure no one could misuse it. The Pope's lead seal, another symbol of authority, is also destroyed. Other belongings are either donated, stored, or in rare cases passed to the Pope's family. Next, the Vatican prepares for the public to pay their respects. The Swiss guards, who have protected Pope since 1506, play a key role. They stay by the Pope's side even in death, just as they did for Pope Benedict XVI. Their loyalty was clear in 1527 when many gave their lives to defend Pope Clement VII. For Pope Francis, the guards will escort his body from the Apostolic Palace to St. Peter's Basilica, where it will be displayed for 3 days in a simple zinc linen wooden coffin reflecting his modest wishes. The treatment of the Pope's body depends on his preferences. Some, like Pope John XXIII, were preserved with chemicals, and when his body was examined in 2001, it looked almost untouched by time. Pope John Paul II chose not to be preserved. For Pope Francis, the decision will follow his personal instructions. Unlike most popes, who are buried in the Vatican's crypt beneath St. Peter's, Pope Francis chose the Basilica of St. Mary Major as his resting place. This church, one of Rome's 4 major basilicas, holds the tombs of 6 earlier popes, though none since 1669. His choice is unusual but not without precedent. About a week after the Pope's death, the College of Cardinals gathers to organize the conclave, the secret meeting to select the next pope. This process has a colorful history. In 1268, after Pope Clement II's death, it took 3 years to choose a new pope. The cardinals met in Viterbo, but frustrated locals, tired of the delay, limited their food and even removed the meeting hall's roof. Finally, they elected Gregory X, who wasn't even a cardinal or priest. To avoid such chaos, Gregory X set rules for future conclaves, including limiting cardinals close to 1 meal a day if the process dragged on. Today, the conclave is highly secure. Cardinals are cut off from the outside world, no news, phones, or internet. In 2013, the Vatican used Faraday cages and signal jammers to block communication, and now they may add protections against drones. The conclave begins with voting. Black smoke from burning ballots signals no pope has been chosen, while white smoke announces a new leader. The smoke's color comes from chemicals: carbon for black, water vapor, or ash for white. It took 5 ballots to elect Pope Francis in 2013, though recent conclaves like those in 2005 and 2013 were quick, lasting just a day. To win, a candidate needs 2/3 of the cardinal's votes. Once elected, the candidate is asked if he accepts and what name he will take. The senior cardinal deacon then appears on St. Peter's balcony announcing, "We have a pope." The new pope steps out to greet the crowd. Afterward, he meets the cardinals, thanks them, and ends the conclave. Unlike in the past when coordinates were grand, recent popes, including Francis, have chosen simple ceremonies to begin their work. Whether the next pope follows this trend or opts for something more elaborate remains to be seen. The Vatican's response to Pope Francis's passing shows its ability to balance grief with order. From confirming his death to securing his legacy and choosing a successor, every step reflects centuries of experience. As the world watches, the Vatican's traditions, some ancient, some modern, ensure a smooth transition, honoring the past while preparing for the future.